In the next 24 hours, your financial life can be rewritten by three simple words, words that transformed one woman's fortune into a staggering 68 million. This is not a tale of luck, chance, or wishful thinking. It is the living truth of spiritual law, a divine principle unveiled by Florence Scovel Shinn, whose timeless wisdom reveals how the spoken word holds the power to create realities. Imagine, for a moment, holding the key to a treasure vault, three words that unlock not only wealth but freedom, joy, and endless possibility. If these three words changed her life, will you dare to speak them now? Feel the urgency pulsing through this moment, the electric charge of revelation and transformation. You stand on the precipice of a breakthrough so profound it will reshape your understanding of abundance and your ability to claim it. The words you are about to learn carry an unstoppable force, a divine current that sweeps away doubt and summons your good with perfect certainty. This is the key that opens the vault of your inheritance, the sacred formula that has empowered only a select few to manifest miracles. But before you receive these words, you must first understand why they never fail, why they are backed by eternal law, and how you can wield them with the full power of faith. The spoken word is the divine instrument through which all creation flows. It is the power that framed the heavens, separated the seas, and brought forth life itself. Florence Scovel Shinn teaches us that death and life are in the power of the tongue, a scriptural truth that anchors the law of the spoken word as the cornerstone of manifestation. Each word you speak is a seed planted in the fertile soil of the unseen realm, carrying within it the potential to blossom into form and substance. But this seed requires more than utterance. It demands faith, alignment, and the unwavering belief that your word will bring forth its fruit. Imagine words as precious seeds sown in rich earth when spoken with conviction. They penetrate deeply into the soil of your subconscious, where they germinate and grow until the harvest of your desire is visible to all. Yet, if spoken lightly or with doubt, these seeds fall upon rocky ground, failing to take root and withering before they can fulfill their divine purpose. The law operates impartially. It does not favor those who merely hope or wish, but honors those who speak with authority and expectancy. When you understand this sacred law and wield your words as deliberate declarations, you unlock the eternal power to create your reality. This law is not confined to spiritual speculation. It is a practical principle that governs every aspect of your life. By mastering the spoken word, you become a co-creator with the divine, capable of calling forth wealth, health, joy, and all good things with certainty. The three words you are about to learn carry this power in concentrated form. They are not mere utterances, but divine keys, designed to open the treasure vaults of heaven and bring forth the riches destined for your life. As we continue, you will learn to speak these words with full understanding and faith, activating the law in ways that will transform your world. Many have uttered words of desire, repeated affirmations, and yet found their manifestations elusive. This is because words alone, without the vital energy of belief, are empty vessels that the law cannot move. The power of your spoken word lies not merely in its sound, but in the unseen vibration of faith that accompanies it. Faith is the invisible fuel that ignites your declarations, giving them life, substance, and irresistible force. Without this fuel, words float aimlessly, like seeds scattered on barren ground, failing to germinate or grow. Imagine a lamp without oil. The wick may be present, but no light shines forth. This is the condition of words spoken without belief. There is form, but no fire. Doubt, hesitation, and fear act as dampers on the flame of manifestation, weakening your ability to draw forth your good. The subconscious mind, which governs much of your reality, responds to the deep-seated beliefs held within you, not to fleeting hopes or casual repetitions. If your inner dialogue contradicts your spoken words, the law honors the deeper vibration of your subconscious, leaving your declarations powerless. This truth calls for an inner reckoning, a willingness to excavate beneath the surface of your consciousness and uproot limiting beliefs that sabotage your manifestations. It is a courageous journey into self-awareness, where you learn to align your thoughts, feelings, and words in harmonious unity. Only then do your words become living forces, blazing with the light of conviction and attracting to you the riches you declare. This is why the three words you will soon receive are not mere phrases but sacred codes, designed to activate faith at the deepest level and to compel the law to respond with certainty. At the heart of all true manifestation lies the power of assumption, the profound act of feeling and living as though your desire has already been fulfilled. Florence Scovel Shinn illuminates this principle with clarity, teaching that the secret to unlocking the manifestation of your good is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is not wishful thinking or mere imagining. It is the full embodiment of the reality you seek, the living in the finished picture as if it were your present experience. The law of assumption calls you to step beyond the realm of wanting into the realm of having, to move your consciousness into the vibration of your desired outcome so completely that the outer world is compelled to reflect it. Consider the biblical metaphor of faith as a grain of mustard seed, small yet powerful enough to move mountains. This tiny seed represents the spark of assumption, the initial leap of faith that, when nurtured, grows into a mighty tree of manifestation. Living in the finished picture means holding a clear and vivid mental image of your success, wealth, or healing, coupled with the emotional certainty that it is already yours. This mental and emotional alignment creates a magnetic force that draws your desire into form with relentless inevitability. The power of assumption transforms you from a petitioner standing at the gates of blessing into a joyful possessor who walks freely in the reality of abundance. When your 3 sacred words are spoken from this place of deep assumption, they become more than sounds. They become living decrees that resonate with the frequency of fulfillment. This is the secret that empowered the woman who manifested 68 million. She did not plead or hope, but claimed with full authority and lived in the consciousness of her victorious manifestation. As we proceed, prepare to embody this power and to speak with the unshakable faith that your good is already done. Now, having laid the foundation of spiritual law, belief, and assumption, we stand at the very threshold of revelation, the point where knowledge transitions into living power and understanding blossoms into transformation. The 3 sacred words that changed her life are not mere phrases, but divine keys, perfectly aligned with the immutable laws of creation. Yet, these words carry their full power only when embraced with the consciousness of divine identity rather than the voice of pleading or lack. This is the secret many miss, and it is the difference between failure and magnificent success. Feel the rising tension, the electric charge of anticipation pulsing within you as you prepare to receive this sacred instruction. The law waits, the universe listens, and the invisible forces poised to move in your favor are eager to obey your command. But before the words are spoken, know that your spirit must be prepared to carry them fully, to become a vessel of power rather than a container of doubt. This moment is a sacred gateway, and stepping through it with faith will forever alter the course of your manifestation journey. Hold fast to this hopeful tension as a sign of your readiness, a sacred invitation to let go of old limitations and embrace the new reality. The 3 words you are about to hear will not merely change your fortune, they will transform your very being, awakening the divine power within and calling forth a life of abundance that has been yours all along. Prepare yourself now to claim your inheritance, to speak with authority, and to live in the victorious consciousness of a fulfilled desire. Before you can wield the power of the 3 sacred words with full effect, your inner vessel, the mind and heart that will carry this declaration, must be purified and prepared. This preparation is an act of deep spiritual cleansing, a conscious dismantling of all beliefs, doubts, and fears that have long held you captive in cycles of limitation. To prepare this vessel is to clear the channels of resistance, making room for the divine flow of abundance to pour freely and unimpeded. This process is not one of passive hoping, but of active declaration, a resolute choice to embrace your divine birthright and reject all illusions of lack. Begin now by speaking aloud, with unwavering conviction. I dissolve all belief in lack. I release every thought, feeling, and word that contradicts my abundance. Let these words echo through every corner of your being, breaking down old patterns and clearing the debris of limitation from your spiritual house. As you affirm this cleansing, feel the weight of scarcity lifting from your shoulders, replaced by a lightness and freedom that opens your heart to receive. This is the sacred act of becoming ready, the opening of the floodgates that allows your good to flow in without hesitation. This preparation is ongoing, requiring daily attention and dedication. Return to this declaration whenever doubt or fear arise, reinforcing your commitment to live from a place of plenty and possibility. Your inner vessel, once purified, becomes a fertile ground where the seeds of your spoken word take root and flourish. It is from this place of readiness that the three sacred words will be spoken with power, faith, and unstoppable authority, setting into motion the manifestation of your magnificent 68 million destiny. Having purified your inner vessel, you now stand ready to speak your sacred three words, with full power, a power born not of volume, but of vibrational authority, emotional alignment, and unwavering faith. Speaking with full power is an art, a sacred discipline that requires you to tune your voice and spirit like a master musician tuning a precious instrument, preparing to unleash a melody so pure and potent it resonates with the very heartbeat of creation. Your words are not casual utterances but deliberate commands, each syllable infused with the certainty of your divine identity and the magnetic force of your belief. Picture yourself as a master violinist, bow in hand, poised to draw forth the perfect note that will fill the concert hall with awe and beauty. The instrument is your voice, the strings your spirit, and the music your declaration of abundance. Speak your three words with the same meticulous care, letting your rhythm flow like a steady river, your tone carry the richness of conviction, and your breath breathe life into every phrase. Avoid haste, for hurried words scatter like dry leaves in the wind. Avoid hesitation, for it dulls the edge of your command. Instead, find the steady, confident cadence that announces your decree with clarity and power. Beyond rhythm and tone, emotional alignment is the flame that ignites your spoken word, transforming mere sound into a living force. Speak not from fear or pleading, but from joy, gratitude, and absolute certainty. Let your emotions uplift your voice, wrapping it in the warm glow of expectancy and victory. When your heart sings with the reality of your desire fulfilled, your words become a beacon, calling forth the invisible forces that will move mountains, open doors, and bring your 68 million manifestation into tangible reality. Master this sacred art, and watch as your declarations shift the very fabric of your world. The power of the three sacred words is magnified exponentially through the daily ritual of conscious repetition, a deliberate, sacred practice that anchors your intention, strengthens your faith, and deepens your alignment with the law of manifestation. This ritual is more than habit. It is a spiritual discipline, a rhythmic dance between your spoken word and the invisible currents of abundance that flow ceaselessly throughout the universe. By engaging in this practice, you create a steady, unbroken stream of creative energy that sweeps away doubt and resistance, clearing the path for your desires to move swiftly into form. Begin each day by speaking your three words aloud, allowing their power to settle into your consciousness like the first light of dawn breaking through the darkness. Repeat them slowly and with full presence, letting each utterance carry the weight of your conviction and the joy of your expectancy. This morning invocation sets the tone for the hours ahead, aligning your vibration with the abundance you claim and inviting the unseen helpers to mobilize on your behalf. Throughout the day, return often to your declaration, especially in moments of challenge or distraction, using it as a touchstone to recalibrate your thoughts and feelings toward your desired reality. In the evening, close your day with gratitude and a gentle repetition of your sacred words, allowing their resonance to settle into the fertile soil of your subconscious as you drift into restful sleep. This nighttime affirmation plants seeds that continue to grow and mature while your conscious mind rests, nurturing the manifestation process at the deepest level. Through this consistent, heartfelt repetition, your three words become not just statements, but living energies, the steady drumbeat of your manifestation journey. This daily ritual is the sacred commitment that places you among the 5%, those who do not merely wish but act, who do not merely speak but become the very embodiment of their abundance. To speak your three sacred words without engaging the full force of visualization and feeling is to plant seeds without sunlight or water. The words are the key, yes, but visualization is the lock they turn, and feeling is the force that swings the door wide open. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that you must see yourself in possession of your desire, and you must feel it as though it were already accomplished. This is not idle daydreaming. It is a deliberate act of creation, the crafting of an inner reality so vivid and tangible that the outer world cannot help but conform to it. When you speak your three words, close your eyes and step into the finished picture of your life after the manifestation. If it is the 68 million, see the account balance on your screen, the letters and numbers standing proud in digital clarity, Picture the home you now own, the sunlight streaming through expansive windows onto floors you chose, in a space that feels like the manifestation of your truest self. Hear the quiet hum of freedom, the absence of worry, the ease of decision-making, the joy in every choice. Imagine the texture of the paper check in your hands, or the cool metallic slide of a bank card tied to your abundant account. Let the fragrance of success fill your senses, whether it's the scent of the leather seats in your new car or the aroma of a celebratory meal shared with those you love. But above all, feel it. Let your emotions swell with gratitude, with the deep and certain joy of having already received. Your subconscious does not distinguish between what is imagined with conviction and what is experienced in the physical world. It responds only to the vibration of your belief. By marrying your 3 words to the living imagery and the emotional reality of your fulfilled desire, you create a magnetic field so strong that it pulls your good into form with irresistible speed. This is the moment when your inner world becomes more real to you than the outer, and from that moment, the outer world must follow. As you progress deeper into the art of manifestation, one of the greatest trials you will face is learning to see beyond the deceptive veil of appearances. The world presented by your senses is often a shadow play of lack and limitation, an illusion crafted to test the strength of your faith and the clarity of your vision. Financial statements, bills, scarcity of resources, and societal conditioning conspire to convince you that abundance is distant, rare, or even unattainable. Yet the true master understands that appearances are but transient masks, clouds passing across the sun, hiding the radiant truth of your divine inheritance just beyond sight. Imagine yourself walking through a thick fog at dawn. The world is gray, shapes blurred, and the path uncertain. To the untrained eye, this fog is a barrier, an insurmountable obstacle. But the wise traveler knows that beyond the mist lies the warm glow of sunrise, the promise of light, clarity, and a new day. With every step taken in faith, the fog thins, and the landscape of abundance comes into sharper focus. So too must you train your inner eye to pierce the mist of appearances and hold fast to the unshakable vision of prosperity. The path is often obscured, but your faith is the lantern that illuminates your way. This act of seeing beyond appearances is a radical mental reprogramming, an intentional shift away from the evidence of lack and toward the certainty of your promise. It demands discipline, persistence, and a willingness to deny the senses when they contradict your higher truth. This practice strengthens your vibrational field and aligns your subconscious with the law of abundance. The fog will not last forever. As your vision clears, you will find yourself moving confidently toward the radiant reality you have declared, a reality that was always yours, waiting only for your faith to reveal it. Fear is the relentless shadow that seeks to obscure your light, a phantom conjured by the mind to protect against the unknown, but which instead binds you to limitation and scarcity. To replace fear with truth is to kindle a sacred fire within your soul, a fire so fierce and luminous that it burns away every doubt and hesitation, illuminating your path with unwavering clarity. This transformation is not accidental. It is the deliberate act of your will, a daily practice of affirming the unshakable reality of your divine abundance against the fleeting whispers of worry. Speak aloud now with fervent conviction. I release all fear and embrace the limitless flow of divine abundance. I am safe, I am provided for, and I welcome my blessings with open arms. Feel these words surge through your being, shattering the chains that have held you captive and freeing your spirit to soar in the freedom of faith. Know that fear is but a veil, a flickering shadow cast by illusions, while truth is the eternal light that shines behind all things. By choosing truth repeatedly, you reshape your consciousness, recalibrating your vibrational frequency to attract only the highest good. This sacred replacement is not a one-time event, but a continual practice, a cascade of affirmations that build momentum and deepen your alignment. Let your voice rise in joyful declaration, refusing to be silenced by doubt or despair. Interactive prompt. Pause now and speak aloud. I release all fear and embrace divine abundance, letting your heart swell with the certainty of your victory. This moment marks the sacred turning point where your faith takes hold. The law hears your word, and the floodgates of provision open wide to pour blessings into your life with unstoppable force. To manifest at the level of 68 million or any great demonstration, you must rise into the consciousness of dominion, claiming your place as a sovereign co-creator with the divine. Spiritual dominion is not the exertion of force or will over others. It is the calm, unshakable knowing that you are one with infinite intelligence, that the power which spoke worlds into existence flows through you and answers to your word. It is the realization that you are not a beggar at the gates of abundance, but the rightful heir to the kingdom, seated in authority, commanding the currents of life to align with your declared good. Picture yourself now upon a great throne, not gilded with human pride, but glowing with the pure light of divine certainty. From this vantage point, you see your life as a vast, fertile domain, rich with opportunities, resources, and blessings, awaiting only your decree to spring into form. In your hand rests the scepter of the spoken word, and with it, you shape the very substance of your experience. There is no hesitation here, no faltering. For in this consciousness, you know that to speak is to create, and to command is to receive. This dominion is sustained through continual affirmation of your identity as one with the source of all supply. Speak daily. I am the ruler of my world, and the law responds to my word without delay. All channels are open, all doors are free, and my good flows to me now. Let this truth permeate your thoughts until doubt becomes a foreign language you no longer understand. From this place of spiritual authority, the 3 sacred words you will soon declare will not be whispered wishes, they will be royal commands to which the universe must obey. As your spiritual dominion solidifies, it becomes essential to fortify your faith through deliberate recall, a powerful revisiting of the sacred metaphors, truths, and affirmations that have illuminated your path and anchored your consciousness in the certainty of your manifestation. This process is akin to a mighty river that, though flowing steadily forward, draws strength and clarity from tributaries that refresh and deepen its current. Return now to the imagery of the treasure vault, the flowing river of abundance, the throne of sovereign authority, and the ripe fruit hanging heavy upon the branch. These are not mere stories, but living symbols embedded deep within your spirit, ready to be summoned in moments of challenge or doubt. Feel your heart swell as you breathe life once more into the affirmations that have become your spiritual armor. I am one with infinite riches. All doors to abundance open freely for me. My wealth is by divine right. I see my 68 million as already mine. Speak these words aloud, allowing their power to resonate through every fiber of your being. This sacred recall strengthens your vibrational field, reinforcing the unshakable truth of your divine inheritance and dispelling the lingering shadows of fear and uncertainty. This intentional revisiting of your highest truths prepares you for the climactic moment ahead, the final command, where you will speak your 3 sacred words and seal your abundance. Let this emotional crescendo lift your spirit into a state of radiant expectancy, ready to receive the miraculous outpouring that follows. Know that the law is faithful, your faith is steadfast, and your good is inevitable. Stand now in this place of power and prepare to claim your victory. The moment has arrived, a sacred crossroads where you must cast aside the old identities of limitation, fear, and doubt, and step fully into the radiant light of your true abundance. To speak your word boldly is to declare your sovereignty, to announce to the universe that you no longer accept scarcity or delay, but claim the full measure of your divine inheritance. This is not a timid whisper but a resounding decree, spoken with the fierce certainty of one who knows their word is law and their victory assured. You stand now as the master of your fate, the architect of your fortune, wielding your voice as the mighty scepter of creation. Feel the power surge within as you declare aloud, I am abundant, I am prosperous, I am worthy of all good. Let these words roll from your lips with unwavering confidence, infusing your entire being with the energy of triumph. This declaration breaks the chains of the poverty mindset, shattering the illusions that have kept you bound and ushering you into a realm of limitless possibility. When you speak boldly, you command the law to move mountains on your behalf, to open doors previously sealed, and to bring forth miracles that leave the world breathless. This call to boldness is a sacred challenge, a call to rise above fear, hesitation, and the false comfort of limitation. The law responds to strength, clarity, and faith unshaken by circumstance. Stand tall, speak your word with joy and authority, and know that the universe bends in obedience. Your abundance is not a distant hope, but but a present reality awaiting your claim. As you speak, feel the tides of your life turning, the flow of prosperity quickening, and your destiny unfolding in glorious abundance. To give your bold declarations the unshakable foundation they deserve, you must anchor your authority in the sacred promises of Scripture. Words breathed forth by divine wisdom that have echoed through the ages as immutable laws governing the universe. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. Matthew 7:7. This divine mandate is not a mere suggestion, but the very framework within which manifestation unfolds. When you align your declarations with these sacred words, you ground your faith in eternal truth, elevating your spoken word to a decree that the law must answer. Let these promises resonate deep within your spirit, becoming a wellspring of confidence and persistence. The law does not falter or delay. It moves precisely according to the vibration you emit and the faith you embody. When you ask with clarity and boldness, seek with sincere expectancy, and knock with unwavering persistence, the gates of abundance swing wide open. Your sacred word becomes a cosmic call to which the universe responds unfailingly. Speak these scriptures aloud, allowing their power to imbue your declarations with divine authority. I ask and receive. I seek and find. I knock and the door opens for me. Let these truths uplift and sustain you, especially when doubts arise, as they inevitably do on the path of growth. The promise stands firm. Your persistent faith, grounded in Scripture, is the key that unlocks the boundless treasures awaiting your claim. As the crescendo of your spiritual journey builds, you find yourself poised on the threshold of a momentous breakthrough. The final activation of the 3 sacred words that will transform your life and seal your abundant destiny. This moment is the pinnacle of all you have prepared for: the spiritual cleansing, the alignment of heart and mind, the bold declaration backed by divine Scripture. It is the sacred ignition point where your faith coalesces with divine law, setting into motion a powerful current of manifestation that can no longer be denied. Feel the electric charge of expectancy building within you, the vibrant energy that swells with every breath, every heartbeat, every sacred thought. This is the tension before the great release, the poised stillness before the thunderous sound of your victory. The law waits silently but surely, ready to respond the instant you speak your words with full authority and faith. The 3 words you are about to declare are not mere sounds, but keys that unlock the vaults of heaven and earth, unleashing riches beyond your wildest dreams. Hold fast to this moment, dear one, with reverence and joyous anticipation. Know that what you are about to speak is not simply a phrase, but a sacred decree that aligns your entire being with the infinite supply, a declaration that rewrites your story and transforms your reality. Soon, you will claim your rightful place among the triumphant 5%, those who manifest effortlessly and live in the fullness of their divine inheritance. Prepare yourself to speak, to claim, and to receive all that is yours by divine right. Standing at the precipice of your manifestation, you are invited now to immerse yourself fully in a rapid-fire sequence of powerful affirmations, sacred declarations that will elevate your vibration, cement your faith, and ignite the spiritual fires that propel your desires into form. These affirmations are the vibrant breath of your new identity, each one a radiant jewel that reflects your divine right to abundance and aligns your consciousness with the eternal laws that govern prosperity. As you speak each phrase aloud or in the sanctuary of your heart, feel its power surge through every fiber of your being, awakening the co-creator within and calling forth your magnificent destiny. Begin with the resolute affirmation, I am one with infinite riches. Feel the truth of this declaration expanding within you, dissolving every notion of scarcity and opening the gates of unlimited supply. This statement binds you to the very source of all good, affirming that your essence is woven from the fabric of abundance itself. Follow with the proclamation, all doors open freely for me. Visualize the barriers that once blocked your path melting away, replaced by open gateways and radiant pathways leading directly to your fortune. Let this affirmation ignite a sense of freedom and possibility, lifting your spirit into the realm where miracles are the natural order. Declare next with sovereign authority, my wealth is by divine right. This is a sacred claim that removes doubt and uncertainty, affirming your birthright as a child of the Most High, entitled to live in the fullness of provision and grace. Speak these words with the confidence of a ruler whose throne is unshakable, and whose domain is vast and bountiful. Finally, speak with joyful certainty. I see my 68 million as already mine. Feel the weight and reality of this fortune settling into your consciousness, transforming from a distant dream into a living, breathing reality that colors every thought and action. Let this affirmation sequence wash over you like a mighty wave, renewing your faith and aligning your spirit with the unstoppable law of manifestation. Know that these 3 sacred words you will soon declare are the seal that binds your abundance and sets your manifestation into irrevocable motion. At last, the sacred moment of revelation arrives, the 3 words that transformed a life and hold the power to transform yours. These words are not casual utterances, but divine decrees, the concentrated essence of spiritual law forged in the eternal fires of truth and faith. With full reverence and unwavering belief, I reveal to you now the 3 words, I am rich. These words are more than a statement. They are an identity, a declaration of your divine nature and your rightful place in the kingdom of abundance. I am is the eternal name, the sacred declaration of existence itself, the voice that Moses heard on holy ground. When you say I am, you align yourself with the source of all creation, the unchanging, limitless power that flows through every atom and every moment. To add rich to this is to claim your birthright, to announce that abundance is not a future hope, but a present reality. These words carry a vibration so potent that when spoken with full conviction, they activate the law, calling forth riches from the invisible realm into tangible manifestation. Speak these words aloud now, slowly and with full presence, feeling the power ripple through your being like a mighty river swelling with the tide. Then, type these exact words in the comments below, not as a mere gesture but as a sacred contract with divine law, a public proclamation that aligns your word with universal truth and invites the forces of provision to move on your behalf. This act of sacred activation is your doorway to a new reality, a powerful commitment that sets your manifestation into unstoppable motion. Your riches are already flowing, your destiny awaits. Having spoken and declared the 3 sacred words, you now stand at the threshold of an ongoing sacred commitment, a daily ritual of alignment that sustains your connection with divine abundance and nourishes the fertile soil of your manifestation. This commitment is not a mere routine, but a solemn vow to yourself and to the universe, a continuous act of faith that strengthens your vibration, deepens your expectancy, and invites the law to move with ever-increasing speed and power on your behalf. Just as the farmer tends his fields with patience and devotion, so must you nurture your spiritual garden, cultivating the mindset and heart that attract and sustain your good. Begin each day by reaffirming your declaration with presence and joy, speaking your 3 words with clarity and conviction. Pair these affirmations with vivid visualization, seeing your life already filled with the richness you claim, feeling the emotions of gratitude, triumph, and peace. Throughout your day, return often to your sacred words and your vision, using them as touchstones to maintain your alignment amidst the noise and distraction of the world. In the quiet moments before sleep, repeat your affirmations softly, letting them settle deeply into your subconscious, where they continue their work beyond conscious awareness. This daily ritual is your spiritual discipline, your sacred maintenance, and your unwavering commitment to live in the consciousness of abundance. I invite you to return tomorrow and each day thereafter to witness the unfolding miracles, to share your experiences, and to renew your covenant with the law. Remember, this is only the beginning in time. You will receive further teachings that expand and multiply your manifestation. Your commitment today is the bridge from desire to fulfillment, the sacred path that leads you into the victorious 5%, living joyfully in your divine inheritance. As the sacred teaching draws to a close, allow your spirit to swell with the triumphant joy and confident expectancy that comes from knowing you have spoken your word with authority and aligned yourself fully with divine law. This closing surge of energy is the powerful crescendo of your manifestation symphony, where all the seeds planted through faith, visualization, and declaration begin to bloom in radiant abundance. Feel the vibrant pulse of life flowing through every fiber of your being, lifting you beyond doubt, fear, or hesitation, and setting your consciousness ablaze with the certainty of your imminent victory. Recall the powerful metaphors that have guided you, the vault opening wide, the golden harvest ready to be gathered, the throne from which you command your kingdom. These images now become living realities within your heart, resonating with the truth that you are not a victim of circumstance but the master of your destiny. Speak your words one final time with full presence and joy, allowing their power to ripple through the unseen realms and into the fabric of your world. You have spoken. Now watch as the law moves swiftly and perfectly to obey your command, bringing your 68 million manifestation into glorious fulfillment. Go forth now with peace, power, and radiant expectancy, knowing that your sacred word is your wand, that the universe bows to your faith, and that your riches await you now. This is your moment, your miracle, your divine inheritance made manifest. Revisit this teaching often, share your victories with the world, and prepare for the greater revelations yet to come. The law is faithful, your word is unstoppable, and your abundant life shines bright on the horizon of your days.